And a very good evening to all my viewers out there. It is right now Wednesday, May 20th, 2020. It's about 8:42 p.m. And we are here on the corner of Atwater and Delisle Street in Little Burgundy, more or less. And there's the Lionel-Groulx Metro Station. And look at this beautiful sky right now. Sun's going down. We have some orange clouds. Beautiful sunset. And I'd figured for this video, we'll basically walk from here, which is Lionel-Groulx Metro Station, and we'll head north up Atwater, and possibly, depending on how I feel and if my battery survives that long, it's at 50% right now, 50. Then yeah, we'll finish at Guy-Concordia maybe, and we'll take some side streets, not necessarily all the busy streets. We'll take Atwater and then maybe turn on Rennie-Levesque. Oh, there's a response. And that's heading east, and we're heading north once again, heading north right towards the beautiful sunset. Like I said, there's Lionel-Groulx Metro Station, and it is a beautiful night. Approximate temperature right now is, I'd say, between 15 and 18 degrees Celsius, and depending on how this video goes, I might finish when the sky's much darker than this. Like I said, that's if my battery lasts that long. And this is St. Jacques Street right here. There's an old pickup truck there. So what we'll do is, like I said, we'll cross here, we'll head up Atwater, and we'll turn east on one of these side streets. So yeah, this is St. Jacques Street. It's a one-way street heading east. And the next street coming up is going to be Saint Antoine. And then we're going to be going under the Ville-Marie Expressway, which is technically Highway 20. Now, where the video is going to end, if it makes it that far, is called the Chenassi Village. There's a laneway. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's the Chenassi Village, which basically is around Guy-Concordia Metro Station, that whole area. A lot of restaurants, antique shops on this street. This is Coursault Street. So all these trees, unfortunately, are probably going to have to get chopped down because they're all dead, and they're probably infected by the ash borer beetle, ember ash borer beetle. And I decided to do a walking video in this direction, like I said, specifically because of the sky right now. We're walking right towards the sunset. There's a little art gallery in there. So yeah, here we are, Saint Antoine, specifically Saint Antoine West. As we cross And this hill is popular for cyclists as well. As you can imagine, going down is a lot funner than going up, but it's a rewarding workout, especially walking up. And just in case you're curious, a block west of here, or two, is Green Avenue, which is where I did my walking video a couple of days ago, which is down that direction. But today we're focusing on going east. There's a nice view of the downtown skyline. Oh, there's a response down there. Anyways, so yeah, we have an expressway here and a couple of train tracks. .211 bus, which goes right to the far end of the island of Montreal, which is of course St. Anne de Bellevue. Yeah, and if you're into, you know, vehicles and trucks and responses, this is a pretty good street for all that. Yeah, so this is, like I said, the Bonaventure Expressway. Or sorry, the Ville-Marie Expressway. And this is train tracks for the commuter trains heading towards the West Island. And I believe the St. Jerome line as well. This structure is a new structure that's recently been built. Some kind of substation or something. SAQ truck, which is basically our liquor outlet here in Quebec, our alcohol outlet. This building still is part of the Montreal Children's Hospital. I think it's a dental building. And I'm surprised they didn't move with the rest of the hospital to the Glen Yard near Vendôme. And there's your sign for the highway, which is Autoroute 20, but this specific stretch is known as Autoroute 720. I think from here to the Turcotte is known as 720. More construction signs. And straight ahead is Alexis Neon Plaza and St. Catherine Street. But what we're going to do, we're going to turn not on René Lévesque, but on the next street, which I think is Tupper. There's some construction cranes. Beautiful sky right now. Yeah, so this is the site of the old Montreal Children's Hospital right here. And like I said, it's all condos now. Probably some stores in the bottom level, commercial units. And this is where I ended my walking video last time when I was walking up Green Avenue from Place Saint-Henri Metro Station. But what we're going to do, we're going to go down Tupper Street. We're going to turn east here. And we'll take some side streets to Guy, or in French known as Guy-Concordia. Should be open. Yeah, street's open. And just for reference purposes, there's Place Ville-Marie straight ahead, right there, a building directly in front. And Westmount is right over there. That's Westmount in the west direction. There's the Westmount Library. Oh, there's the fire engine 210. That was probably the one we saw earlier in the video. Yeah, so big construction project still going on here. And this is Cabot Square. And this encampment you see here is for the homeless people. I think you can get a fresh meal, get washed up or whatever. Well, I'll get some water. There is a hybrid bus, 4000 series, and that's the 90 route, which goes west all the way to Vendôme Metro Station and passes Vendôme all the way basically into Lachine, near Duffcourt Street. So again, we are walking in the east direction. And we'll stick to the side streets because, you know, St. Catherine Street, I did a lot of walking videos on there. But not so much on these smaller streets. Hopefully the lighting's good enough. By the way, there is Mount Royal in the distance. Just clean my lens off quickly here, as it does get, like I said, pretty dirty from time to time, especially when you're walking in the city, the downtown core. A lot of dust, especially with all the construction going on. I like this architecture right here, this steeple type structure. So you can see much more peaceful on these side streets. A lot of old apartment buildings, housing complexes. There's the new parking meters. Just came out the last year or so. Big apartment building. Could be a senior's residence in there. These are old style street lights, by the way. More construction. Like I said, it looks like most likely I'm going to conclude at Guy-Concordia Metro Station. So another addition to my video series of walking between metro stations. Another old apartment building here. Yeah, beautiful sky. So I'll just cross over here briefly, show you some more old apartment buildings. Nice stained glass windows. And here's your traditional downtown laneway, alleyway. Okay, and here we are. We are now on Fort Street. So we'll continue our little walk here. On this street, we'll stay here for now. Fort Street's basically the halfway point between Atwater and Guy-Concordia. We'll keep heading east. There's a tunnel that goes under the highway and train tracks. And we'll cross over again here. Like this doorway. You can tell these are definitely old style buildings. You got the old balcony up there as well. Something smells good. It smells like rice. Some more old buildings here. Oh, they put a chain on the entrance. Interesting. Okay, so again, we are heading east, and we're going to conclude at Guy-Concordia Metro Station. And this is St. Mark Street coming up. Eventually we're going to head north, which is basically turning left. And we'll be on St. Catherine Street eventually. Briefly. So St. Mark Street is right here. And we'll cross carefully here. Another nice view of the north. Mount Royal. Nice old fire escape here. Wow, I love the side here, these buildings. This pillar here with the windows. And a lot of these apartments may look old, they may look run down, but in terms of rent, you're going to pay a pretty hefty price around here. If you're ever curious of how much rent is, well, just check Craigslist or Kijiji or some kind of housing rental website. Tells you there, you know, specifically different parts of the city. And generally speaking, of course, the more close you are to downtown core, the more expensive it will be. So we'll continue heading east, and we're going to turn here left and head north because it's a dead end. Look at a nice rainbow on that building there, that lighting. And I believe this is St. Matthew Street, which is where we're going to be turning left and heading north now, briefly. So you'll get your little block or two of St. Catherine Street. But I'll tell you what, we'll change it up a bit. We'll walk up to the Maisonneuve which is a block north of here, and then we'll turn east again and wrap it up and right outside the metro station. So yeah, a lot of construction going on, as you can see, everywhere. No matter what street you turn on it, there's some kind of orange cones or barricades or detour signs. There's the Jean Coutu pharmacy. And here we are on St. Catherine Street. And I don't know if you noticed, but the crowds are slowly picking up again. So we'll head up, like I said, another block to de Maisonneuve. And once we're on de Maisonneuve, we'll turn right, which is east again, and do a little walk there. Yep, beautiful night, beautiful night. There's Concordia University, the main campus. And there's also another campus near the end of Sherbrooke Street in Montreal West. Yeah, definitely kind of crowded these last few days. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. There is Fire Station 10. Alright, so there's one of the entrances to Guy-Concordia, but I want to walk up to right basically where the 165 stop is. Oh, I think I hear. Oh, yeah, there it is. Truck 210 coming. Backing up into Station 10. So yeah, here's de Maisonneuve, and if you're interested in knowing what is unique about this street, is this bike path. It's an all-season bike path. A lot of restaurants in this section. So yeah, this is a Shanasi village. Again, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but close enough. Yeah, definitely a much more of a buzz in town these last few days than usual.
I just saw him at 10:50 minutes.
And yeah, so now we're going to be wrapping her up here in about the next 30 seconds or so. And there's the 165 right there, which goes north up Côte-des-Neiges Boulevard and eventually brings you right into Côte-des-Neiges, which is the bus I will be taking shortly. And just to be safe, I'll probably wait for the next one. Here's a food delivery scooter, very common in the city. Alright, so that's about it. I'm going to wrap her up here on the corner of Rue Guy and de Maisonneuve. And thank you all for watching. More videos to come. Have a good day, everybody.